Well, greetings to you today and welcome to our daily Devo for June the 1st today. We've changed a new month. May is gone and June is here with nicer weather, we hope. More consistently nice weather, let's put it that way. Today's devotion is entitled Fire. The part played by Charles Dickens here is from his work, The Old Curiosity Shop. And then, of course, there'll be a Devo based on that by Gene Fisher. The man looked at Nell again and gently touched her garments, from which the rain was running off in little streams. "I can give you warmth," he said, after a pause. "Nothing else. Such lodging as I have is in that house," pointing to the doorway from which he had emerged. "But she is safer and better there than here. The fire is in a rough place, but you can pass the night beside it safely if you'll trust yourselves to me. See yonder, there, that's my friend." "The fire?" said the child. "It has been alive as long as I have," the man made answer. "We talk and think together all night long." The child glanced quickly at him in her surprise, but he had turned his eyes in their former direction and was musing as before. "It's like a book to me," he said, "and many an old story it tells me. It's music, for I should know its voice among 1,000, and there are other voices in its roar. It has its pictures, too. You don't know how many strange faces and different scenes I trace in the red-hot coals. It's my memory, that fire, and shows me all my life." The child, bending down to listen to his words, could not help remarking with what brightened eyes he continued to speak and muse. "Yes," he said with a faint smile, "it was the same when I was quite a baby and crawled about it till I fell asleep." Nell Trent, a child of 14, and her elderly grandfather, left penniless after losing their old shop, wandered the streets begging for food and shelter. On a cold, rainy night, they met a stranger who took them in to his humble lodging to warm by the fire. There the man shared stories about how the fire had become his friend. The Bible holds stories that tell of God manifesting himself in the form of fire. In Exodus 3, God appeared in the midst of a burning bush when he appointed Moses as the one to deliver the Israelites out of Egypt. God appeared as fire in Exodus 13:21, this time as a pillar of fire that led the Israelites in the night as they walked through the wilderness to the Red Sea. God also came down in the form of fire on Mount Sinai when he gave Moses the 10 Commandments in Exodus 19:18. And again he appeared as fire on an altar before Manoah, Samson's father, and his wife in Judges 13:17 through 22. It is fitting that God so often chose to appear as fire, for they are similar in character. God's wrath can scorch and burn if he so desires, but his love and mercy also provide us with comfort and warmth. Indeed, as the fire was to the stranger, God is our friend. Let the light of his word shine in your life. Psalm 105:39 says, "He spread a cloud for a covering and fire to give light in the night." I don't remember off the top of my head right now, but there's a passage that says our God is a consuming fire. And fire, as we know, can destroy, but it can also benefit. It can bring warmth to us. It can provide heat needed for cooking all those kinds of things. Many things in our lives and many things about our spiritual life can destroy or strengthen, renew or destroy. We hear fires, forest fires destroying multiple acres of ground and eventually finding homes in there to burn and destroy. And people lament. The fire in Hawaii last year, year before, I lose track of time, destroyed. But then we also have fire in our furnaces. We have fire, controlled fires when we go camping. They used to be my favorite part of camping. It still would be, I think. Building a fire, sitting around it at night. Sue and I and the girls telling what we call pass-on stories. Somebody would start, go so far, the next person would have to pick it up. It was a time of enjoying each other and having creative thoughts and ideas and trying to put them together. It was a place of community, which is what is being offered here in the story from the old curiosity shop, as Nell and her father have lost their shop and now they're on the street begging. But then this man who doesn't have much himself, but does have a fire to come sit by and be warmed by and to enjoy a roof over their head. The imagery is fantastic. And again, our author here, our Gene Fisher, gives us these thoughts of how meaningful, powerful, and beneficial fire can be. And that's our God to us. But then again, if we're rebellious, if we will not listen to him, then that fire of God is destructive. So we need, well, again, examples given from Exodus. And the fire that led Israel also when they did not stay faithful to him, to the God of that fire that was leading them, providing for them, became destructive for them. Again, it can be an either or kind of proposition. The God who is a flaming fire, a God who is a consuming fire. Either he consumes our sins and purifies us, or he consumes us as punishment for our sin. Just some rambling thoughts there on this Saturday.